Welcome back to Pyramid, guys. I have our Honda CB750 Hornet in front of me today. We've designed a lot of products for this bike here at Pyramid. So in this video, we're going to be showcasing every product that we have made for this bike, and we're going to showcase it in detail. Let's jump straight to it. So pretty much everything that we're going to look at today has been designed and developed by us here in-house at Pyramid. There are a few other brands that we're going to cover that do accessories for this bike, such as Puig, GB Racing and Eazi-Grip. We are distributors for those guys, so all of their products are available on our website as well. So we're going to take a look at every product that's fitted to this bike in detail. I'll show you what it looks like on the bike, we'll do a bit of a walk around, and I'll also show you how it fits and just tell you everything that you want to know about each product in its entirety. We're going to start off with all of the Pyramid products. Let's start off with the fly screen. So the Pyramid fly screen is one of a few paint match products that we have to offer. This one is painted in pearl glare white. It's paint matched very well by the guys over at Dream Machine in Nottingham. You may have heard of them if you're in the UK. So the fly screen is actually made out of ABS. We did experiment with providing this in a 3D printed material, but it didn't meet our standards, so we have opted for ABS. Available in 4 different colour schemes, which is the 4 colour schemes that the bike is available in, along with a 5th matte black option if you just want a simple textured finish. This is one of the areas that I feel the Hornet 750 is lacking. This is a perfect job at filling the spot and adding a bit of colour. Included with the fly screen, you will receive a matte black powder coated bracket, 2 bolts and a foam strip. Now the foam strip is to be placed on the upper inside edge of the fly screen. This prevents any contact between the fly screen and the clocks. There are 2 OEM bolts behind the clocks here. These are to be removed. You then grab the bracket, place it right there and use the same 2 OEM bolts back in the 2 original positions. And then using the 2 bolts that are provided with the fly screen, you simply offer up the fly screen, place the bolts through the 2 mounting points into the pop nuts within the bracket. And that is how the fly screen is fitted to the Hornet. Very simple. So we're going to cover a few of the Puig products now. Now Puig are renowned for their screens. It's one of the reasons we don't really do screens here at Pyramid other than ABS sort of fly screens. We don't do clear screens because Puig have had that nailed down for many years now. So what we've got on the bike right now is a Honda CB750 Sport screen from Puig. These are available in 4 different colour tints. We've got light smoke on the bike right now. There is a clear version, which will be even more see-through than this one is. Dark smoke, which is still see-through but only slightly. And then black, which is completely opaque, not see-through whatsoever. And I believe this sport screen actually has 2 colours of tint available, red and yellow. It fits using a powder-coated bracket that is also included with the kit. Puig provides everything you need to fit it to the bike. It's very easy to fit. It comes with English instructions along with Spanish instructions. Puig are based in Spain. If you want a screen for your bike, Puig's are definitely the ones to go to. We have them all available here at Pyramid on our website. Now the next option that we have from Puig in terms of screens is the touring screen. It's pretty much the same concept with the sport screen, fits exactly the same way as the sport screen, it's just a bit taller. It is noticeable when you are riding, you will notice a little bit less wind hitting you in the face. Puig have done wind tunnel tests to prove this. I'll put them on screen if they have any examples right now. Now, unlike the sport screen, it's not available in any colours, so you can't get this in red or yellow, but you can get it in the same other 4 schemes available: clear, light smoke, dark smoke and black. Just be aware that black is not see-through, but just be aware that having a black touring screen sometimes isn't always a smart thing to do. But nevertheless, if you're in a market for a screen that's not just a simple fly screen like ours, an actual functional see-through screen, Puig's sport and touring screens are great options available on our website. Next up, we've got the Pyramid belly pan. Also available in 4 different colour schemes, the yellow, grey, black and white, along with a textured matte black finish as well if you don't want any specific colour. The matte black version is also cheaper than the painted ones as well. Now this we designed in conjunction with Car Design, very similar to the MT10 belly pan that we also designed alongside him. It's a 3-piece product made out of ABS, each side panel is ABS and then there's a powder coated centre bracket. On the standard bike there's nothing at this bottom portion of the bike, and this belly pan does a really good job at filling that void with a bit of colour if you go for the colour matched options. The belly pan is also quite easy to fit. Now included in the kit, you'll get the right and the left side panel, you'll get the powder coated centerpiece and an assortment of nuts, bolts, washers and 2 brackets. The 2 brackets are located here on each side of the bike. They use the OEM bolts to attach themselves to the bottom of the engine, and then those 2 brackets provide 4 mounting points for the belly pan to attach with. So you want to fit the brackets, you'll then want to assemble the belly pan like this into its full state, and then the belly pan can be offered up like so, and then you use the bolts that we provide to fit the belly pan to the brackets. And that's the full process for fitting the belly pan. Simple. Next up, we have the Pyramid Radiator Cheeks. Now these have got to be one of my personal favourite accessories for this bike. Again, there's not really much going on in this region of the bike. This just kind of extends the amount of colour that's on the side of the bike, and from a front profile view as well, it makes it look a little more bulky and a lot more aggressive. These Radiator Cheeks are sold in a pair, one for the right and one for the left. They are made out of ABS. Don't let the fact that some of our accessories are made out of ABS deter you. Manufacturing stuff out of ABS not only helps keep the cost down, but it's also, we found, the most reliable material to paint. They are available in a textured matte black finish, just like all of the painted bits, along with the 4 same painted colour schemes. Now what's different about these Radiator Cheeks is they come included with a decal set. Depending on what colour you have ordered for the Radiator Cheek, you'll get a different coloured decal that kind of matches the style of the bike, matches the Hornet logo or the Honda logo. I'll put on screen the different designs that come with each colour matched set. It's optional, you don't have to fit the decals, they are included for free in the set. However, if you have a look at the other side of this bike, you'll see that the decals aren't fitted. It's personal preference as to whether you want to fit the decals or not. So to fit the Radiator Cheeks, it's very simple. If you're going to attach the decal, do it before it's on the bike. In the Radiator Cheek kit, you will receive 2 matte black powder coated brackets and then all the other bits you'll need. Now on each side of the bike, the bracket is to be placed right here using this bolt here. There is an OEM bolt here originally. Remove it, use one of our bolts according to the instructions. Remove this bolt right there, use the piece of foam provided right there to act as a cushion between the bracket and the Radiator Cheek, and then the Radiator Cheek will fit straight over that using this point and this point right there. So we'll do the bottom one first. There's a spacer that needs to go behind the bolt to perfectly fit. And then in this second fixing up here, there's a bolt and then a nut that goes on the back. That's literally it, very simple to fit. Now we do include 2 M6 bolt caps as well that you can place on top of the bolt heads if you want a bit of a cleaner look. This is optional, of course. If you want to keep them off, you can. And that is how the Radiator Cheeks fit. Nice and simple. Next up, the Pyramid Seat Cowl. It's a very simple product, also available in the same 5 options as all of the other colour matched accessories, along with the matte black finish as well. There's no decals or anything included with this, however. It's designed with quick removal in mind, so it goes straight over the pillion seat, and it can also be quickly removed and reinstalled at any point if you wish. The seat can still be removed with this attached. It's a very friendly product to fit to your bike. Another product we have opted to make out of ABS as well. So how does the seat cowl fit? Well, on the underneath of the seat cowl, there are 4 aluminium tabs bonded to the underside. These are quite flexible, and I'll show you how that works now. Remove the pillion seat from the bike. Simply slide the pillion seat underneath the tabs of the seat cowl into place like that. And then what you do with your thumbs is you just press down the aluminium tabs. They are quite flexible, like so, until it really grips the underside of the pillion seat. And that's how you do it. There is no way that that is going to fall off in a million years while you're riding. You simply just place your pillion seat on the bike like normal. There you go. What we've got here next is the Pyramid Frontal Wing. Now, straight away, we have multiple frontal wing options for this bike available. Puig actually do a very large frontal wing option, and it's quite expensive. That's why we have opted to make our frontal wing option not only much cheaper than the Puig version, but also smaller. So there's 2 options. If you want a small frontal wing, ours is ideal. If you want a really big one, Puig's is ideal. We are actually covering the Puig frontal wing in this video. That will be next. So the Pyramid frontal wing is actually made out of a 3D printed nylon PA12 using the latest MJF 3D printing. It's a very durable type of 3D printing. It's very strong, so don't let the fact that it's 3D printed deter you. This frontal wing just adds a bit more of an aggressive look to the front of the bike. Pairing it with our fly screen, it looks fantastic. So how does the frontal wing fit? Well, we have done a standalone video going into great detail about how the frontal wing works and how it fits, so I'm not really going to show you in detail today. If you want to see more about the frontal wing, check out that video right there. But very quick, very easy. Assemble the frontal wing with the included brackets off the bike, get it all ready. There are 2 bolts underneath the headlight cluster that you remove and then use our bolts with. Again, it's made in a way where there's a little bit of adjustment possible for optimum fitment. That's how the frontal wing fits. Let's take a quick look now at Puig's version of the frontal wing. The Puig frontal wing is actually one big singular piece, unlike ours, which is the left and the right. It is made out of ABS, and Puig have 2 available colour options for it. A gloss black, which is the one that's on the bike right now, and a matte black version. It comes with a matte black powder coated bracket, and it actually fixes to the bike using the exact same 2 mounting points as our frontal wing. So whether it's Puig's or our frontal wing, they both fit pretty much the same way. The only difference is the bracket's a little bit of a different size, and obviously the wing itself is a different size. Theirs is more expensive, but it is bigger, so whichever one you prefer to have on your bike. Next up is the Pyramid horn cover. This is a very simple product. It's a cover for the horn. Not only does it act as protection, it looks a little bit cooler as well. It's made out of carbon steel, so it's an extremely durable product. Not going to have any issues with it breaking. And it's powder coated in a very nice textured matte black finish. Again, it's got a little Hornet logo engraved into it and some sort of audio waves, as you suppose you could say. That's the design thought that's gone into the face of the horn cover. Not really much to say about it really. It's a very simple product, and it's also very simple to fit. Simply remove the OEM bolt that is attaching the horn to the bracket, place the horn cover over the horn, and use the same bolt in the same place. It's literally as simple as that. Very easy, very simple to do. The Pyramid shock shield is next. As you can see, this is situated underneath the bike. It does exactly what it says on the tin. It protects your shock from any muck or debris that your rear wheel picks up. It's mainly the rubber flap that does all of the protecting. And as you can see, the way that this fits to the bike is it uses a powder coated bracket in a textured matte black. Fits right behind the foot pegs using the same OEM bolts. I'm sure you can see it there. And then the rubber flap itself attaches to the bracket and sort of sandwiches itself in between the bracket that attaches to behind the foot pegs and an extra piece of powder coated bracketry. Very easy to fit, and it's a very effective alternative to a rear hugger. Next up, we have the Pyramid handguards. These are a very simple product and very effective. Sold in a pair, they are made out of polypropylene. It's extremely durable. You're not going to have any issues with the wind flapping them about while you're riding. They do a really good job at protecting your hands from wind, along with debris as well that might hit your hands as you're riding. They come with a set of powder coated brackets that attach the handguards themselves to the mirrors mounting point, along with the bar end as well. Now the handguards are a little bit more of a complicated fit. You need to remove the bar end by removing the bolt, and also remove your mirror. Included with the handguard, there will be a powder coated bracket that is to be attached to the handguard, and then it will provide a mounting point that simply slips underneath the mirror's mounting point, while the other end of the handguard attaches to the end of the bar end. There's quite a few nuts and bolts and all sorts of spacers included within this kit, so make sure you read the instructions carefully, and you should have no issue fitting the handguards. Repeat the process for the other side. Next up, we've got the Pyramid spray guard. Fits to the rear of the bike. What this does is it protects against any spray or debris or anything that can be brought up by the rear wheel from hitting these areas of the bike, or even hitting the pillion rider in the back. It's made to fit perfectly in this area to protect against any of those things being brought up by the rear wheel. Now it's made out of fiberglass, so it's extremely durable. A product like this kind of has to be really durable, and it's available in 3 different colour options as well. We've obviously got this matte black finish here, we've got gloss black, along with carbon fibre available as an option as well. Another good alternative to the rear hugger. If you want just less muck in this area of the bike, these spray guards will contribute towards that. So the spray guard, not too bad to fit. You need to remove the spindle nut, washer and adjustment block from the right hand side of the bike, place our spray guard into place using the spacer that is included in the fitting kit, put that behind the aluminium spray guard bracket, and then reassemble everything accordingly. The written instructions will show you exactly how to do this. I do recommend taking great care with fitting something like a spray guard. It's very important to get it right. And once it's done, you torque it properly to 88 Newton meters as well. Next up, we have the Extenda Fenda Extra. Now you may have heard of the Extenda Fenda before, which just extends your rear guard. We decided to do a extra version of some Extenda Fenders, and the Hornet CB750 was one of those bikes that we decided to do that for. It is basically the same as a standard Extenda Fender, it just extends the rear end of your front guard. The Extenda Fenda Extra is just an extra version. It's slightly longer than the standard Extenda Fender, and because of this it fits slightly differently as well. As you can see, there's two powder coated brackets that come with this one to help it fit a lot more securely, but it does exactly the same thing as a standard Extenda Fender, protects your radiator, downpipes, anything you might have in this area, your horn. The Extenda Fenda Extra adds 225mm of extension to your rear guard, whereas the standard Extenda Fender, which I'll get now, the standard Extenda Fender only has a 145mm extension. Obviously the standard Extenda Fender is going to be much cheaper than the Extra, as there are no brackets or fittings included, literally just a piece of plastic. So it's up to you really. Do you want a really long extra extension or just a standard extension? There are two options available depending on which one tickles your fancy. You have two matte powder coated brackets that are included with the Extenda Fender Extra. They fit to either side of the Extenda Fender like that, and then the bracket attaches to the calipers using the OEM caliper bolt right there. You then use some foam strip which is provided to act as a cushion between your OEM guard and the top of the Extenda Fender Extra, and that is basically how it fits. Very, very sturdy, it's not going to move around when you're riding. It does a great job at protecting your downpipes. The standard Extenda Fender doesn't come with any brackets. It comes with a fitting kit that has 4 push rivets and a stick fit kit. I'm sure you're probably aware how an Extenda Fender fits nowadays. You can either use the push fit method or the stick fit method, or both. Now the last pyramid products that we have available for this bike are some simple decal sets. What we have available are some Hornet logos, you know, the little Hornet logo of a Hornet, I guess it is. We've got a decal set that comes with 2 large Hornet logos and 2 small Hornet logos, available in black, yellow and red. These actually go quite nicely with our Radiator Cheeks. If you don't want to fit the decals that are supplied with the Radiator Cheeks, these Hornet logos go there quite nicely. And then some other Hornet related decals as well. We've got some actual yellow Hornets themselves. We've got 3 different designs to choose from. Again, you can see the designs on screen right now. These go anywhere on the bike really, anywhere that you fancy putting these. They come with written and video instructions on how to fit decals properly. Decal sets are very simple, and that is what we have available for the Hornet 750 range. So we'll talk next about some of the Puig products that you can get for this bike. Obviously we already covered the frontal wing option. Well, there's a few other Puig accessories on this bike that we have available. There's a Puig tail tidy fitted to this bike. Tail tidies are something that I think on most OEM motorcycles really look quite ugly really. They usually come all the way out here and they look atrocious. Everything you need to fit it. Puig have pretty good tail tidies, and there's one for the Hornet 750 available. Puig also have an insane range of mirrors, levers, bar ends, literally anything you can imagine for that area of the bike. Grips, they have a ton available. All of these are available on our website. You can see all of the different color combinations of selectors, grips, bar ends, about a million different styles of mirrors, all of which are available for the 750 Hornet as well. You might need an adapter or two to make them fit the Hornet, but that is pretty much standard for every set of levers and stuff like that. There's none fitted to this bike in particular, but if you take a look at our MT10, which is what you can see on screen, it's exactly the same for the CB750 Hornet. GB Racing, we are also a supplier for. They do some great accessories for this bike as well, mostly crash protection, from engine casings, crash bungs. We can see here an example of some of the engine protection available for the Hornet. This piece in particular fits right there. These are very easy to fit. Now these are available in multiple different kits. You can just get this piece, you can get a full set for all different parts of the engine, you can get crash bobbins included. There are lots of different combinations of sets you can get for each crash protection kit from GB Racing. All of the different sets are available on our website. Another brand that we supply the products of is Eazi-Grip. We've got some Eazi-Grip tank grips fitted to this bike. Not only are they functional, they'll stop your knees from sliding about, sliding forward, sliding backwards, as they've got a really grippy texture. They're available in all sorts of different textures and looks if you don't want something that's just a simple matte black, like you can see there. So they stop your knees from sliding around, and also can look quite cool as well if you want to sort of break up the colour of the tank. If you're sick of the plain white, these add a little bit of black to it, break up the colour a little bit. Eazi-Grip products are available from our website, just like everything else that you've seen today. And that concludes the overview of all of the pyramid accessories we have made for this Hornet. Now, this Hornet is now for sale. If you are interested in living in the UK, I'll put some details on the screen about the bike. It may already have been sold by the time you're watching this, but it might not have been. It's going to make room for the next project bike that we're getting, the brand new MT-09. We've got loads of accessories planned for that bike. That is why this is going. If you've got any questions or queries about anything that you've heard or seen today, feel free to either drop it in the comment section below or email us and we'll get right back to you. Take it easy, guys. Subscribe if you've enjoyed for plenty more content like this. See you in the next video.